What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte has tested positive for a banned substance. Multiple sources have confirmed, according to BoxingScene.com, has confirmed that the sample A taken from Dillian Whyte tested positive for one or more banned substances prior to Whyte's July 20th fight in London against Oscar Rivas. Although Whyte is in the World Boxing Council clean boxing program, which is administered by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, which is VADA, the test in question was administered by the UK Anti-Doping, UKAD. The positive test result is believed to have come back on July 17th. A knowledgeable source says that it was reported to the Whyte camp, including boxer promoter Matchroom, which is Eddie Hearn, and the British Boxing Board of Control by UKAD prior to Whyte Rivas. However, the BBBC allowed the fight to proceed as scheduled. Under the rules in place in the UKAD, or the United Kingdom, Whyte has a right of appeal. UKAD takes the position that until the process is over and due process is complete, there has not been a finding that the fighter is in breach of any PED protocols, and no sanctions can be put in place by the British Boxing Board of Control. Now, there's a lot of things that stick out to me. First off, what the hell is the banned substance? What is it called? They say one substance or more. And second, why wasn't it reported with Team Rivas? Rivas' team should have known that they were fighting someone that had tested positive for anything, whether it's banned substance or performance-enhancing drugs. So I just find that strange. So it seems to me that they kept it hush-hush, even though Dillian Whyte is in the clean boxing program. This was actually tested positive for by UKAD, and I guess because of how their rules are set up, they can't make a determination until the B sample hits. Now, if this was VADA, that shit, Dillian Whyte and Rivas wouldn't have even happened, because when any time you test positive for anything, that stops everything, right? That goes against your medical clearance to fight. Now, Dillian Whyte, I find it strange, because if many sources, according to this article, if any sources has him testing positive for one or more banned substances, that fight shouldn't have happened, or we'd at least know what it was that he was on. So that means Eddie Hearn knew, Dillian Whyte knew, and it's just strange to me, coming from someone that is big on blasting people about taking performance-enhancing drugs. Because remember, Dillian Whyte was one of the guys that came out and said that Joshua was taking the TUEs, right? And he knew about it. So that brings up other questions. It's like, okay, if you know of fighters that take this due to other sources, how do you know these other sources if you're a clean fighter? I thought of that myself. Like, well, dude, you saying that this guy's doing that, there's been sources, you've heard talks, you're convinced that Anthony Joshua is taking these type of drugs and making it confidential. That's what TUEs are, and yet, how do you know that information? Oh, but now you test positive on your first sample A. This shit reminds me of Jarrell Miller. Remember Big Baby? Big Pharmacy Miller? The one that, in one of their first press conferences, I think the one where he shoved Joshua. He said, man, get out of here. You on the fucking shit. You on the juice. Get out of here. We know you on the juice. So stop. Nobody gains muscle that fast. Stop. Then, boom, he gets busted for 1, 2, 3. All right? So, this is really no difference. It's like, I don't know really what's going to happen now, because once this news gets over to Team Wilder and the WBC, because it's out now, but once they get a hold of it, you know, that'll be another reason Deontay Wilder could say, you know what, I'm not fighting any drug cheat, because that's the reason he didn't fight Ortiz, right? Remember that? A few years ago, he didn't fight Ortiz because he said Ortiz is a drug cheat, you know? But instead, you wait for this motherfucker to get old, and then you fight him. But with Dillian Whyte's case, hey, you still have, Dillian Whyte is supposed to be a clean fighter. Now, I don't know how those PEDs or banned substances will affect a fighter. That doesn't automatically mean you win a fight, but just knowing that he tested positive for whatever, we don't really even still know what it is, but knowing that it's on the banned substance list, he took something for an edge. You know what I mean? The question is, why wasn't it reported? I guess they wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt for the sample B, but in hindsight, we don't really know what will happen. And this said, and according to them, they say this shit could be drug out a year, which is crazy. You know, yeah, that's weird. See, which the process begins with the testing of Finders B sample, which can be generally be done in 24 to 48 hours, but it often drags on for more than a year. The National Anti-Doping Panel, an independent entity, is responsible for the final process of PED disputes. And that's crazy. And I guess they did that because of the stakes it made. But hey, if Dillian Whyte was juicing and if he was doing something he didn't supposed to be, he should be nailed to the cross like every fucking body else, like Canelo, like Jarrell Miller. You know, that should happen, because when you do those type of things, you cheat. And if this is true, okay, he's no different from anyone else, but with a twist. The hypocritical way you blast people that have never been busted, now you come up busted. That's more of the same. It's becoming a trend. Stop talking shit about people that you can't prove that is on anything, or you might fail a drug test yourself. It just shows you the reality of these guys, these athletes taking shit for an edge. That's what it tells me. That's the only thing I can adhere and drag out of this. You know what I mean? You know, and it's the people that, oh, he's a cheat. They're the ones that's cheating. So it's crazy. I'm going to leave the link for you guys, let you guys read the whole article. But this is crazy news, man. Crazy news. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.